Another day, another dollar. You know how I grind. It's the easy corner. My guest, the big fella from Port Arthur High School, Louisiana Tech commit, Kenneth Jr. Lofton, man. What's up, dog? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Uh, Nothing really. Watching a movie.
I got you, man. You put it in this work during these quarantine hours, man. So what work are you putting in to get better?
Well, since the gyms are closed, we've been going running around the neighborhood, running in the hills, just doing work outside, just to stay in shape, getting ready for college.
Man, talk about your season this year at Port Arthur. I'm gonna be honest. I chose you guys to get there. I chose you guys to get there. I thought that, with you guys' experience and your mental toughness and the games that, that I've seen you guys play, especially with you, Nate, and Amari, I expected you guys to make that deep run. But, just talk about your season in hindsight at Port Arthur, your last season at Port Arthur.
Okay. So we had a lot of misplays in the team. We really didn't have all the parts, but that's high school though. Mm-hmm. So we played what we had. Mm-hmm. We executed. I mean, we couldn't really pull it off. We didn't play as a team the last game in the playoffs, but overall season, we had a great season. I think we went 28-6. Mm-hmm. And we played some good teams out the year.
Yeah,
played pretty good. Just came up short in playoffs.
When you look back at that game against Hightower, what is something that you take away from that game, or or do you wish that you would have done something just a little better in that game? Because honestly, you had a good performance, but I know that you didn't have your best performance. Talk about it.
Well, we was down by 2 in the halftime. Halftime come. I had just hit 2 shots. We came back out. They went on a 12-2 run just to have the energy to come back. And they had a good style of play by adjusting to me and Amari and to the team. Yeah. Then it went downhill.
Man, it's all good, man. Just talk about that Port Arthur community and what it's meant to you, because at the end of the day, I think that that 409 area is one of the most passionate fan base in any sport, not just basketball, but obviously the football, from football to track and stuff like that. So just talk about that Port Arthur 409 fan base and what it's meant to you over these past 4 years, well, mainly all your life.
Well, I've been in sports around 409 since I was younger. Mm-hmm. Now I just love the way the fan base are. They follow you wherever. They go through the stuff you go through when you playing teams. They're there when you lose and win. They're just there for it all.
What do you tell your team, your high school team for Port Arthur, as their leader? Because you obviously won state 2 years ago, 2018, with that great group of guys, for Chapman and Wesley leading the way and Coach Kenneth Coleman leading the way. But going into these final 2 years, what were you kind of telling your guys? Because at the end of the day, you've been there before. My boy Nate Clover has been there before. But as the undisputed leader, what was your message to them?
Oh, well, so when I was on the state championship team, I just took the rest, what they had, to the next 2 years, about how the energy and how they play and the effort they played to get to that state championship and win. We was down 10 at the state championship. Mm-hmm. They came out and won that game at halftime.
From that moment, in that game of the state championship, what do you take away from dogs like that? The dogs on your team. What do you take away to add it to your game and to your leadership skills?
Effort, keep your composure, stand focused into the game plan. Mm-hmm. Just follow the plan Coach gives you.
I want to talk about did you see changes after that year in some teammates or just the program itself? Because obviously you guys went through a transition. Coach Coleman actually leaves after that year and takes the Summer Creek job. You and Nate, what's conversations like after that ride, knowing that, and how is the program just looking? What is you guys' mindsets?
Actually, I never played for Coach Coleman.
Okay.
I didn't really play on that state championship team. My first year on varsity was my junior year.
Okay.
I just got moved up my sophomore year.
Okay.
But I was there, like I was on the bench, and
Yeah.
I just seen how like the energy and the effort they played, and for the next 2 years we didn't have like the same energy they had.
Okay.
The state championship team did.
One of the things I want to talk about, man, the EYBL. To me, what carried on from last spring to the summer carried on to this year. To be honest, when they said that you were going to the Houston Hoops, my opinion, I wasn't sure, because at the end of the day, you're a 6'6" post. I know the EYBL.
No, I'm not opposed.
So what are you?
Forward.
Okay, 6'6" forward. Okay, 6'6" forward. Let's get it. 6'6" forward. We know that the EYBL is probably the best circuit in the country. How were you able to withdraw these guys just using your moves and you're using your size to an advantage, even though you got legit 7-footer All-Americans that you were coming after every time on the EYBL circuit?
Well, I'm from Port Arthur, Texas, right? And that's where a lot of good players come from. Mm-hmm. Steven Jackson and a lot of other people, Jacobin Brown. Yeah. And I just always had that dog mentality to just go out there and kill. Well, I went to the tournaments and got in the game and played.
Man, talk about that run, man, to the Final Four, man. I actually watched that game on TV. You guys end up coming short against Mocan Elite, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mocan. So, just talk about that run, because a lot of people, you guys were teeter-totting back and forth, but I just felt when the Peace Jam came along, you guys actually turned it up. Talk about that run and that team just particular.
Well, a lot of teams, the EYBL really didn't have us going that far. Mm-hmm. Really didn't have us making it to Peace Jam. Mm-hmm. And we made it to the Final Four by beating Indy Heat and another team by 20+. And we got to the Final Four. We was off that game. We didn't hit a lot of shots.
No, but I would say, yeah, you said that you're off that game. I actually watched that game. To me, but you could say you guys were off, but you guys were actually in the game. Y'all didn't really lose that game to the last 2-3 minutes. To me, you guys were neck and neck. It's just that some shots didn't fall. But I wouldn't say that you guys weren't really off, but you guys were in the game. It wasn't like a blowout. It just turned into the score the last 2 minutes of the game. Talk about that.
I coach Shu for Houston Hoops. Mm-hmm. He was just play how it is. Mm-hmm. We just couldn't knock shots down and win the game. I mean, all their team was good. Their whole team, they were pretty good.
Man, talk about your team, though, on that team. Of course, Braylon Bush, L.J. Cryer, Tremont Mark, Langston Love, Deuce Fothery, Antoine Norman, Isaiah LeBlanc. The list can just go on and on. Talk about the confidence going into the season that you practicing with the elite of the elite all the time. Talk about that.
Well, I've been playing with some of them since I was younger, so we just always wanted to get back together and play, but we played for a different organization. Mm-hmm. So when we all got together, our very first practice, we were all just happy. We was all quiet and we just practiced. But during the season, we started interacting with each other.
Man, just give us the confidence booster that Coach Shu gave to you this summer, because honestly, Junior, to me, you came in as a different animal this year. I even watched one of your mixtapes when you played with BU during that summer. He can't guard me. He can't guard me. Stuff that we weren't accustomed to not seeing you doing. How much confidence did that EYBL give you, knowing that not only that you're one of the best posts in the state, you try to prove that you're one of the best the best forwards in the country?
Well, After the EYBL, high school is pretty easy. You know, we play with so much talent on EYBL. And then it was just easy, and I just dominated from there.
Going into that season, going into your high school season, coming off the EYBL.
My senior year?
Yeah. Going into your senior year, going to your senior year, playing fresh off the EYBL. What are you telling your team what you need to do? Because at the end of the day, you've seen it all. Final Four in the highest level. So, you know, you coming back to Port Arthur with that confidence, like, hey, like, I'm trying to get it done. I know what it takes to win. As the leader, as the senior leader, what do you tell your team?
I was telling my team that was like how it was and everything. I was like, it's a different mentality. Like, everybody from 1 through 10 is good, even bench players. Like, that's like a different game coming from EYBL. And I took that over to high school and was just telling them, like, you got to keep playing. Like, from how many minutes we played? 32 minutes to 0. Like, they play every minute.
What do you learn about yourself when you're going through EYBL stuff like that? Like at the end of the day, you can't sit like I guess you knew that you were capable of that you could do that on that type of stage, but like, you know, it got to be a little shocking because a lot of people counting you out. At the end of the day, some people just kept counting you out. So just talk about, like, what did you learn about yourself playing on the Nike EYBL circuit?
Oh, well, I had a couple options before I picked the Houston Hoops to play with. So I choose the Hoop because they were Nike, and I knew that was the best circuit. And I knew I had a chance to play and prove myself, get myself out there.
As a guy like that, as a guy that said, like you said, is Nike is the best circuit. Some of the times that I would say, can you say to yourself that you sacrificed bigger numbers for other programs to settle for a spot in a role for the Houston Hoops?
Yes, I was playing with one of my coaches, Omar Sneed, I think since 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
It was SBG.
Yeah.
I've been playing with them since 7th grade to about, I'm going to say 11th grade.
Mm-hmm. Well, 10th grade.
11th grade summer.
Yeah.
And I had to tell them that for me to get bigger, I'm going to play on the Nike circuit with the Hoops. So they asked me to come play. And that was a better opportunity for me.
What's the conversation between you and Mr. Sneed when you guys have that conversation? But at the end of the day, like I said, you know Port Arthur, you know, like at the end of the day, sometimes when Port Arthur, to me, when Port Arthur comes to Houston, they always play with an edge because everybody's down. So now you're telling guy from Port Arthur that not only are you trying to prove the best in the city, you're trying to prove the best across the country. What's that conversation like?
Well, I just had to break it down to him, tell him why my decision and just the choice I made is for myself.
Man, shout out some of your teammates, bro, and you know what if they meant, you know, the Port Arthur teammates, like because we see the household name, we know about the Nate Clovers, we know about the Amari Abrams, but just shout out the coaches and shout out the team, like the work that we don't see that these guys put in.
Mm-hmm. Well, I shout out Coach Castile, Coach, everybody really on the coaching staff, Coach Brown, Coach Lewis, Coach Basin. Some of my teammates, shout out Landon. Really can't think of them right now.
Yeah.
Everybody though, really. But everybody.
Louisiana Tech, a pair of great forwards have been there. Karl Malone, second all-time leading scorer. Paul Millsap, all-star caliber forward in many places. Now you're taking your talents to Louisiana Tech. What intrigued you to commit to Louisiana Tech?
Well, when I started getting offers in during the summer, me and my dad, and like my family, like we broke it down to see like where would I fit at and play, and like I just choose Louisiana Tech because they have like 4 forwards, not 4. They have, I think they have about like 2. They're all leaving, and I feel like I'd come in a spot, start my freshman year, and have a blowout season.
How much impact do you think that you can cause a freshman year? But at the end of the day, like I said, freshmen are starting to be household names across the country in NCAA. How much impact do you think that you can give Louisiana Tech?
I can do a lot for them. I can play 3, 4, and 5. I just do a lot.
The three, that's interesting. So are you telling me you're working on that handle? Because honestly, your jumper is good. I want to see the more extended out, but I believe that you have the form and capability of shooting the 3 ball. So like, what's making you work on the being the 3?
Well, during high school, I didn't really show the 3, but like I dribbled the ball though. I could knock down the jumper. Yeah. I could do really all that. I could play. I mean, I was a guard when I was younger, so I already had dribble moves and handles, and I just grew up to be 6'7".
Do you still feel like you're underrated, that people are still not giving you the respect that you deserve? Because at the end of the day, like, we knew that you were tough, but damn, you're tough. Like, you're real tough now. So like, so do you feel like you're still not getting the credit and the respect that you deserve? And if so, if you don't feel that, why? If you don't feel that way,
man, I do, but I really don't care for it. I'm going to Division I. It's a good conference, and I can show my talents off and make a way to be a pro.
What is coaches expecting of you when you get to Louisiana Tech?
Well, they told me they want me to play the 4-man, rebound, dribble, shoot, really like the stretch 4 of their offense.
What are you gonna miss about Port Arthur, knowing that this is a place that you have called home for a very, very long time? Now you're venturing off into being a young man in Louisiana. Talk about knowing that your days are actually numbered in Port Arthur.
Oh no, I'm actually not gonna miss nothing. I've been living here for 17 years. I'm ready to go experience the world. Leave Port Arthur for a little while.
What do you think that in the Port Arthur community, everybody is big? Everybody's big in family. You going to Louisiana Tech, how do you think that changes the culture and affects the community, knowing that at the end of the day, we know there are some rough parts to Port Arthur, but at the end of the day, it's always been family-based. So knowing that you're one of the guys, like you said, Steven Jackson, Jacobin Brown, now yourself. Well, there's a plethora of many more guys that's made it out, but you're one of the staples that's made it out for the younger generation. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I had a lot of people come to me. They're gonna follow me to Louisiana Tech and watch me play, and just follow me wherever I go in the 409 area.
Man, talk about your family, your mom and pops. Your pops, man, he DM'd me like, hey, man, interview my son. At the end of the day, I've always wanted to interview, but like just the respect that your family has in that community, but just talk about how they've been there for you since day one, not just in maturing as a basketball player, maturing as a young man.
Yeah, I want to shout out my mom and my dad. They sit on the couch over there. But my mom, she don't really say nothing outside the house.
Yeah.
Like, she'll tell me inside the house, but, like, when she get outside, she'd be quiet. But my dad, he'd be the one say everything. He really like the manager of me. He really.
Hey, I listen.
He do all the AU stuff. He do everything. Finance. I ain't got the money, but, like, yeah, he do all that stuff. I just want to thank him. I mean, they've been there. They there for me to become who I am.
What's their expectations, knowing that you're going to Louisiana Tech, knowing that you're not going to be in that household much longer? So, like, just talk about the expectation and what's the sit-down conversation like, not between basketball player and parent, but from son to parent.
Well, we were just watching the movie Ben Simmons, One and Done.
Yeah.
My expectations, I don't really like school and college and stuff, but they still want me to go there for college. I'm not planning on staying there long, but I'm going to stay there for my years and play hard. Mm-hmm. I just want to be a pro, play basketball.
Is there a time that you felt like this, you didn't think this could happen? Like, at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, like I said, sometimes you are adaptive to the environment that you live in. So like, just talk about like, as in, like, you don't make it out of Port Arthur. So did you go back to a time that you think that this wasn't going to happen?
Nah. Nah.
Man,
Not really.
Man, give me your top 5 NBA players right now, man.
Really? Top 5. So 1, we got James Harden.
Yeah.
2, probably got Giannis.
Okay.
Who else? 3, probably got Kawhi.
Okay.
4, LeBron. And 5, probably KD.
Okay. Who's your top 5 favorites?
Oh, no, I only got 1. James Harden.
Top 5 of all time.
James Harden. Ray Allen.
Hold on. I said all time. All time.
Yeah, my man James Harden, he averaged 50. Like, but he do that.
Is it a lefty thing? You must take because he's left-handed. Is this why?
Yeah, man. I like his game.
Can he get a championship before he gets all-time greatness, bro?
No. Like, when we play hot tower, I know Bryce Griggs, like, workout and stuff. Like, he was doing some of the moves, and I was in the game like, dang, he really hitting them shots, too. Golly. That's some tough shots he was hitting, though.
But give me your top 5 all time, though, man.
All right. I don't watch Michael Jordan, so I'm just ain't gonna pick him. James Harden, Ray Allen.
Okay.
Really my age.
Okay.
Age of time. Like Anthony Davis.
Okay.
LeBron.
Okay.
KD.
So I've been going around asking this question with Team 409 versus Team Houston versus Team Galveston. So for the viewers that didn't watch it, for Team Houston, your teammate LJ Cryer, Reuben Jones, Fat Norman, Jahari Long, Eddie Lampkins. Team Galveston, Deuce Guidry, Tremont Mark, Marcus Williams, Jordan Ivy Curry. Me and Jordan Ivy Curry still haven't decided who's the 5th guy yet for Galveston, but we know those are the 4. And of course, your team, Team 409, Kaysen Harrison, Braylon Bush, Hayden Hefner, yourself, Big Nate. Nate Clover. Make a case for why your team is the best, because I know you heard LJ's response. I know you heard LJ. So go ahead, because this is your chance to say why. Or he says those guards are just too small. But this was my outcome. I just said I just think that you guys are more positioned, because I'm just like, to me there would be no egos on that team. Like at the end of the day, Galveston, you got some shooters. Team Houston, you already know you
ain't got nothing on us.
So talk, make a case for your team.
All right, so look, who guard me? That's first, and like everybody else is we there. They can shoot the ball. They can't double team, so we would definitely win against 409 in Galveston. I mean, not 409, Houston and Galveston.
Okay, so but like, L can get real hot though.
Yeah.
So what do you tell your team? Because to me, the person that's most overlooked on your team is really Hayden. I think Hayden is probably the X factor when it comes to that game, because like he's really a wing that can really score. Like and he will dunk on you.
He can jump.
Yeah, so would you like to actually see that matchup happen? Because Ivy Curry already told me, hey man, we got to make that match happen. LJ was like, LJ just said, no doubt we'll beat 409. There's no doubt. He just thinks that y'all the 3rd team. He said, I think that Team Galveston is better than 409.
No. We'll definitely beat both of them.
if it's not basketball, what do you think that you would just be doing other than basketball? Like, what do you like to do other than that round ball?
Nothing really. Basketball, that's about it. That's about the only thing I love to do.
Give me one of your favorite Give me your favorite AAU team of all time. Like, not the hoop, from the hoops to SBG to. I know you used to play for Gulf Coast too. So like,
yeah, Gulf Coast.
So talk about
best friend. I love that organization, Gulf Coast Blue Chips.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good team. It was me, Tremont, Dylan Scales, Lacewell from Legacy.
Okay.
Justin Williams.
Okay.
Justin Hill, my fault.
Yeah,
Justin Hill.
What do you miss about that time? The game was just free falling from.
It was free.
Justin Hill told me that y'all walking in smacking everybody.
We used to beat every team by 30. We went to we used to beat Houston Lee by 20. LJ Cry. They used to get us sometimes though, but overall we used to win it all. And we still talk about it till this day at Houston Hoops practice.
So I have a question. Is there a dude that you say in your 2020 class that you were like, people really underlooked, but did you know like back then he was gonna be that good? Can you name the guy that was like that?
Tremont.
Well, I always felt like Tremont always been good. Like, was he like he's always been good? But is there a guy that you were just like, damn, he really just got better? Like, he wasn't really like that, but now he's like that.
Nah, not really. Cause we was always good when we was younger. We used to, gyms used to be packed at Cashmere. It used to be fun.
I have a question about those days. In those days, because to me, as y'all got older, this 2020 class, it's really been all about more of the buckets. Back then, how was it? Like, back then when you were playing, like, because at the end of the day, like I said, when you think about, like you said, you, Lacewell, Justin Hill, Tremont Mark, Dylan Scales, at the end of the day, there's only one ball. How did that work? Because I know, like, in today's game, give me the ball, I got my man. Talk about those days.
To be honest, I don't remember how we used to play because we had so many good people on the floor.
Yeah.
But we all played as a team, and we won a lot of many games. But to this day, I still don't know how we all played together and won by 30.
I said, I know in 2020 right now, that cannot happen. Even though you play with them on the hoops, but if it was just like some pickup game or random tournament, no.
I don't see how.
Is there a specific game that you think that you remember other than those Texas Elite matchups? Because LJ Cry's daddy been posting a lot of old pictures with these first place medals, and I'm just looking.
I remember one game. I can't find mine though. Where I would post them. All right, so it was one game in San Antonio.
Like, those are a lot of medals, and I'm just looking like, wasn't the Gulf Coast Blue Chips in that era too? So I'm looking like, who was really getting the best of these matchups?
Oh, we played. I think we went to Alabama. I think I was younger. It was somewhere, and we played. What team is that? It's a team from Memphis.
Yeah.
We all can go. We played. We all can go.
Okay.
It was a championship game. We was up by like 20. No, we wasn't. A lot. We was playing them. They went up by 20.
Yeah.
Like they was talking a lot of trash, and we lost that game by like 30. We lost bad too. I remember that game.
In basketball, do you believe that you remember more the wins or more the losses?
More the losses.
Why the losses?
Because they remind me, like, they teach me a lesson of how we could have won that game and, like, could have think through stuff and how could we execute it to be better at it. And the next time.
What's your dream scenario going into next year? Is it Louisiana Tech Final Four, national champions, or is it Louisiana Tech? Let's just win the conference, because Louisiana Tech, as much as it's a legendary school, we know when we talk about college basketball, we look at the blue bloods and stuff like that, like the Kentuckys, the Dukes, the Kansases, the North Carolinas. We look at all that. But what is your dream scenario for Louisiana Tech?
Going into next year, working. I'm going in the summer, get my body right, work on my game a little bit more. Playing North Texas, playing against Ruben. He got me in 2K the other day. We're gonna beat them next year at North Texas. But I just want to be a better player than I was in high school.
Man, other than how do you believe that basketball has matured you as a man?
Basketball, I found that out when I played with Houston Hoops. How far it could take me.
Mm-hmm.
I really had when I had got my first call.
Mm-hmm.
I had it was like a blessing to me
Mm-hmm.
of how far I could go in life by playing basketball. I just took that serious.
How has basketball affected you and your family?
Many ways. Cause like my brother, he doesn't play basketball, but he played in high school. He works at the Capitol in Washington D.C. But my sister plays basketball at Southern in Baton Rouge, and they see how college was free and how she can involve in playing basketball more at college.
And my last question: what is the message that you're just trying to deliver across the country as a basketball player?
I'm not sure about that one. Probably I think about that one.
Oh, okay. My fault. This is really the last question. Give me 5 2020 that you would love to run with.
All right. So first, I probably want to play with Kay Cunningham again.
No. I'm talking about in the city, in the 409 Youth area. In
409?
Yeah, they want 409 in Houston. Like everybody in the 2020 class, like the 409 Houston area.
Oh, I'll probably play with everybody in Houston.
But give me 4 guys that you would run with though.
I'll probably run with Antoine again from Yates.
Okay.
Kaysen from Beaumont United.
Okay.
Tremont.
Okay.
Dylan Scales and Deuce Federer.
I like it. I like it, man. Go ahead, man. Throw out your Twitter and your Instagram. And if you have TikTok, you can throw that out. You can throw that out.
Y'all want to see my TikToks? They too long.
Man, go ahead, man. Just go ahead, throw out all your social media.
All right. Oh, I don't know. Pretty much everybody at me though. On TikTok, same name as my Instagram. It's Junior35.
Okay. That's on Twitter too?
Yeah, everything.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming to talk to me, bro. It's been a long time coming. I want to say, man, good luck at Louisiana Tech, man. You made Port Arthur proud, but now it's time for you to make your stamp on.
I want to say RP Coach Scales. That was the Gulf Coast Blue Chips coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am the Easy Corner. Follow the Easy Corner on Instagram, the Easy Corner, Twitter, Easy_Corner1. It's been good. I'm here with Kenneth Lofton, aka Junior, the Louisiana Tech commit. He's ready for that college basketball, man. And I hope to all the viewers, I hope you're ready to watch him too. Thank you.